Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am so pumped you're here because we are about to unlock a massive digital vault of information. Today we're going to completely demystify the entire process of accessing Essex court records online, and the best part, we're doing it entirely for free. Seriously, did you know you can access Essex County court records from the comfort of your very own home without spending a single dime? It's completely true. You don't have to pay these random third-party data brokers, and honestly, half the time, you don't even need to make the drive down to the courthouse. This is a total insider secret, and it's going to save you so much time, money, and quite frankly, a lot of headaches.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our quick roadmap for today. Introduction to Essex County court records, understanding online search options, a step-by-step guide to accessing them, troubleshooting common issues, alternative resources and useful tips, and finally, a recap and additional considerations.
Section 1, Introduction to Essex County Court Records. Right, so before we just start wildly clicking around databases, we really need to understand what we're actually looking for and why it even matters to you. Court and property records, they're basically the paper trail of our lives. And they are insanely useful for a whole bunch of reasons. Like if you're deep into genealogy or family history research, probate records and wills are an absolute goldmine. Or maybe you're buying a house. You're going to need title verification or real estate research using property deeds and mortgages. And if you're representing yourself in a legal matter, having free access to criminal, civil, and probate case dockets is just absolutely crucial. Knowing how to grab these documents yourself empowers you to entirely skip those pricey commercial retrieval services.
But okay, here's the crazy twist right out of the gate. When you start your search, you'll quickly realize there isn't just one Essex County in the US. There are actually three completely distinct Essex counties. There's one in New Jersey, one in Massachusetts, and one in New York. So if you just jump on Google and type Essex County court records, you are going to get a wildly confusing mix of results. Section 2. Understanding online search options.
Since each of these three states has its own totally different database architecture, fee rules, and public portals, we kind of have to break them down one by one to avoid any confusion. It really brilliantly illustrates how divided these systems are. In New Jersey, for instance, the system is split. You've got the Superior Court handling civil and criminal cases, and then the Surrogates Court handling probate stuff. Massachusetts, on the other hand, uses a portal called Mass Courts for trial cases, but then they split their property deeds into northern and southern regional registries. And then there's New York. They rely heavily on the NYCF system for Supreme Court civil files, but they use a whole separate third-party system called Search IQS for the county clerk's property records. Real quick before we move on, I have got to share a massive cost-saving hack for New Jersey. So New Jersey has this paid electronic access program, or EAP, and they literally charge $4 per minute just to search records. No way, right? Well, you can completely bypass that ridiculous fee. If you're looking for civil and foreclosure cases, just use the judiciary's free civil search application instead. It gives you the exact docket summaries you need, completely free of charge. Absolute game changer. Section 3. Step-by-step guide to accessing records. Let's grab our digital magnifying glasses and get our hands dirty. Here is your universal, 4-step action plan. First, always confirm if the record you want is in NJ, MA, or NY. Second, figure out the case type. Are we talking a criminal docket, a civil lawsuit, or a property deed? Third, head over to the specific primary portal we just talked about for that state and case type. And finally, you got to get past the entry gate. Sometimes that means passing a quick CAPTCHA on Mass Courts just to prove you aren't a robot, or setting up a free guest account on New York's SearchQS. Now, once you're actually inside the portal, you really need to know how to use their search filters, because honestly, they can be super picky. For New Jersey, searching by a docket number or a party name is your best bet. On Mass Courts in Massachusetts, exact case numbers or ticket numbers work flawlessly for criminal files. Over in New York's NYCF, an index number or the attorney's name works great. But hey, pay super close attention to this next tip for New York's Search IQS property portal. You absolutely must search by typing last name space first name, with literally no commas, zero punctuation. If you drop a comma in there, the system will completely crash your search and tell you nothing exists. It's also really helpful to know what kind of privacy you're working with. If you're someone who just wants to browse anonymously without making an account, you're going to love Massachusetts's Mass Courts and Mass Land Records, plus New York's NYCEF Guest Search.
But if you need to pull up New Jersey's civil files or New York property deeds on Search IQs, just be prepared to spend about 2 minutes setting up a free, basic registration account so you can actually view those electronic case jackets.
Section 4. Troubleshooting common issues.
Let's face it, we all know government websites can be a bit finicky. But don't stress if you hit a roadblock. We've got the fixes right here. Are you getting a blank screen or a file that just won't download? You absolutely have to enable pop-ups in your browser settings. Systems like New Jersey's eCourts and Massachusetts' Mass Land Records literally rely on pop-up windows to hand you your documents. Next, double-check that you actually have a modern PDF viewer installed, like Adobe Reader, so you can open the files. Oh, and here is an awesome workaround for New York property searches. If you can't find an older deed by a person's name, jump over to the free Essex County Pros portal first. Search the physical street address to grab the exact book and page numbers, and then just plug those numbers back into Search IQs to pull up the image of the deed. Boom. And if you're trying to find a traffic ticket on NJMC Direct and it's failing, double-check that you are typing in the exact citation number.
So when your search works perfectly, what exactly do you get? Well, the NYSCF system for the New York Supreme Court and the Mass Land Records system are fantastic. They give you beautiful, clean, totally unwatermarked PDFs that you can download or print for absolutely nothing, $0. New York's Search IQs, however, is a little different. They let you view the documents on your screen for free, but they slap a big watermark on them. If you want a clean, printable version from Search IQs, it's going to cost you $1 a page. I should also throw in a quick reality check here. If you're searching for a record and it just seems entirely missing, it might not be a computer glitch. By law, certain really sensitive case types, we're talking juvenile proceedings, adoptions, mental health commitments, and expunged records, they are strictly shielded from public view. You are never going to find those floating around on a public internet portal.
Section 5. Alternative resources and useful tips.
So what happens if the online trail just goes totally cold because a record is super old? Well, for all you genealogists out there doing a historical deep dive, you've got to know the cutoff dates. In Massachusetts, historical probate files from before 1881 are mostly digitized and actually completely free on FamilySearch.org or AmericanAncestors.org. In New Jersey, the Essex County Surrogates Court has a free index on their site, and they are currently working on digitizing records all the way from the 1700s up to 2016. And for New York, keep the year 1915 in your head. Historical wills from before 1915 are viewable on the Search IQS guest portal, but anything newer than that means you'll have to reach out to the Surrogates Court directly. Oh, and don't forget the physical Massachusetts archives in Boston or county microfilm vaults for the really old archival stuff.
Look, if the record simply isn't on the internet, you can always just go old school and visit the actual courthouse. Places like the Hall of Records in Newark, New Jersey, or the Salem Superior Court up in Massachusetts, they have free public computer terminals right there in the building. You can sit there and browse their internal networks all day long for free. Just keep in mind, if you want them to hand you physical printouts, you'll usually have to pay a tiny nominal fee. Like, it's about 50 cents a page in Massachusetts. In New York, the Essex County Clerk's Office is where you'd go to retrieve physical 18th and 19th century deeds.
Section 6. Recap and additional considerations. Okay, so how do we tie all this together? Let's quickly recap your action plan. Rule number 1, always identify if your record is in NJ, MA, or NY first, so you don't end up going down the wrong rabbit hole. Make sure you use those specialized official state portals we covered so you can completely bypass those predatory paid third-party brokers. Remember the golden tech rule for the day? Check your pop-up blocker settings so your PDFs actually load. Take full advantage of the free guest portals like Mass Courts and NYC for instant access. And finally, don't forget that local courthouses and county clerks are amazing backup options for historical or restricted documents. Now, I do need to leave you with a quick professional disclaimer before we wrap up. This explainer is strictly for educational and informational purposes. It definitely does not constitute legal advice. Government portal links, fees, and digital procedures change all the time, so you should always verify current procedures by checking directly with the official Essex County resources, the court clerks, or qualified legal professionals. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive. Now, I really want to hear from you. Which of these 3 Essex County record systems are you going to explore first? Are you hunting for a historical family deed, or maybe tracking down a specific civil court docket? Leave your questions and share your own research journeys in the comments below. Let's get a great community discussion going. Keep exploring, stay curious, and happy researching, everyone.